team, it is that time of the week once again where we hit those tummies. Every minute on the minute abs this evening, so it's going to be fast and furious, but of course we need to make sure that we're bracing and moving in the right way. So as ever, we're going to start with just those little reminders and a bit of thoughtfulness about bracing those abs. Before we do that though, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. In that 30 seconds, you need to grab either a pen and a paper or your phone or a laptop or a whiteboard or something you're going to be able to write some numbers down with, because you're going to need them for our every minute on the minute work. So you've got another 15 seconds. I might give you 30 seconds more if we need it. So we're going to start with that little bit of bracing, bit of mindfulness, reminding what it feels like to use the abs, so that even when we're going at speed, we're using them correctly. Remember, you need that pen and paper, something to keep track of your score with. You'll explain, or I'll explain, you'll find out why later. And then the middle main block's going to be some every minute on the minute work, but that's why you're going to need your pen and paper. 15 more seconds, and then I'm getting started. If your brain's quick, if you've got a good memory, unlike me, then maybe you don't need that pen and paper. All right, we ought to drop. Okay, let's go. So we're going to go on to our backs. Remember how we brace those cores. We put in the belly button, we tilt the pelvis, we keep that lower back flat. We're going to have our hands on our thighs. From here, you're going to do three things at once for me. You're going to breathe out, let out all of that air as your hands slide and your shoulders come up. Keep in this position. Now on every out breath, those abs are getting a little bit tighter. Remember to put in those belly buttons. I find that helps me contract those abs that little bit harder. Now if you can, lift one leg, lift two legs. This is our hollow hold position. So that's our core brace position. This is our hollow hold position. If you can get those legs a bit longer, I want you to try. If this is comfortable, then feel comfortable here. Close your eyes and think about this position. Think about where your pelvis is, how your back is flat to the floor, that little feeling in those abs, because this is the movement that is the foundation for anything we do. Crunching, relax. Beautiful work. So we're going to get back into that position in 3, 2, 1. Pelvis tilt, belly button in. Breathe out, slide and rise. 1 foot up, 2 feet up, and hold. Beautiful work. Thinking about those abs being braced, that belly button slightly tucked in. With every out breath, everything just gets a little bit more compact. Key thing is the pelvis is tilted, that lower back is flat. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, when you get comfortable with that position, you don't need to go through all of that setting. We can just get into that position. So from here, as soon as I lay down, I can get into that brace straight away, just because I've practiced it and I remember that feeling. So all I want you to practice doing for me is just turning on and off that brace. And it will almost feel like a little bit of an ab crunch. I want you to get used to that feeling of arched back, flat back, arched back, flat back. This we don't want, this we do. So get that feeling of turning your core off and on, off and on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From there, in that brace position, we can lift the chest, so we can use the abs to pull my chest towards my knees, or I can keep the shoulders down and use the abs to raise my hips off the floor. And it's this hips off the floor movement that we're going to need for our every minute on the minute block. We're going to practice it because that's probably not a movement you've done very often. We're used to crunching this way, we very rarely crunch here. So we're going to brace those abs, keep that pelvis tilted, those shoulders up if we can, hands can go on the floor to help me. From here you're trying to use your abs to pull your knees to your chest. Just allowing those knees to come up, those hips to come off the floor. Practice for another 10 for me. Keep this braced. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good. Now, the abs are obviously braced the whole time, but where we really want to engage them in this reverse crunch is on the lowering phase. So I want you to imagine that you're putting your vertebrae back on the floor one at a time. So I'll show you what I mean. We brace, from here we lift, and then a real slow and controlled down. What I don't want to do is then fall into arched back. Got to keep this on and control. So we're going to go another 30-second practice. 3, 2, 1. Reverse crunch, super slow back. Reverse crunch, super slow back. We can try and keep those chests up, those shoulders off the floor if we want to. But if you want to put that head back, you can. You might feel this across the top of your abs as they pull your knees towards your chest. Give me 10 more seconds. Good, keep it going, guys, keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work. Now, that might be enough for you, but if you want to go a little bit more advanced, we have our heels on the ground, our hands on the ground, into our brace. Now watch me from here. We're going to reverse crunch, kick my hips tall, and then control them down. One more time. Reverse crunch, kick hips tall, control down. Now my hips go up by my abs contracting and sending my hips up. And then the most important thing about all of that is that bit, the lowering down. So 30 seconds just to practice that movement. Keep that pelvis tilted, hips up, drive, control. Remember that feeling of trying to put each vertebrae back on the floor one at a time. Each link to that chain back on the floor one at a time. Give me 15 more seconds. If you don't want to go all the way up to the top, that is all good. Just pop those hips up for me. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand yourself up. Move around. Open up those abs again. Let them turn up for a little second. Very nice, Steve. Very nice. We are going to go into some plank bracing now. We're going to go for our long arm plank. Now the key to this is that pelvis tucked underneath. Now it's essentially the same as our back bracing or our on the back bracing. We just happen to be front to the floor this time. So from here I'm keeping that pelvis tilted, that belly button sucked in. With every out breath, those abs get a bit tighter. 3, 2, 1, join me if you haven't already. Now from here I'm trying to rotate my elbows in to make sure that those armpits are covered, and then watch this, I'm going to pull myself forward slightly, get up onto my toes. That's really engaging those abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ease off there. Beautiful work. Now, if we want to turn that into a nice, slow, controlled mountain climber, we can. Watch what I'm going to do though. So watch me first. I'm in my plank position. I'm going to really slowly drive one knee forward. Watch my back foot. I raise onto my toes. Watch my hips. I'm really trying to tuck my pelvis away. Watch between my shoulder blades. I'm allowing it to rise up so that I'm pulling my knees through with my abs. Join me. 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. So take your time. Sometimes you see us do quick mountain climbers and there's a time and a place, but here I want you to feel those abs. If you want to go opposite knee, you can. So we might want to go left knee to right elbow, right knee to left elbow. It's up to you. Keep those nice, slow, controlled mountain climbers for another 15 seconds. Hopefully those abs are already starting to burn because we're finding out that it's all about quality with the abs. However, 3, 2, 1, relax. It's got to be a little bit of quantity in a second. We need to find that happy medium. So with practice bracing in both positions, we've got those key points that we're feeling for. Pelvis tilted, belly button ever so slightly pulled in. Every out breath just packs everything in, and then it's all about control. you pulling yourself into position via your abs and nothing else. So, in a second when I ask us to move for speed, we've got to be all right on that border. Controlled enough that we feel the abs, quick enough that we're getting a little bit sweaty and a little bit of speed in there. So, shall we get cracking? Yeah, let's go for it, let's go for it. So, this is what we're gonna go for. Reverse movement is gonna be those reverse crunches. We're gonna work for an hour, I wish, a minute. We're gonna work for a minute, not an hour, don't panic. We're gonna work for a minute. You go to your biggest range of motion. So it might just be just knees, it might be hips up a little bit, it might be feet all the way to the ceiling. Remember, the key is controlled down. In that minute, I want you to get as many perfect reps as you can. So keep count. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So pull up, control. Up, control. Remember those key points we're looking for. Pelvis stays tucked, belly button sucked in. Every out breath compacts my core that little bit more. Bring those knees to the chest, drive up if you wish, but use your abs to control you down one vertebrae at a time. One vertebrae back on the floor at a time. Don't just flop, don't let your legs fall, control. Slow up, slow down. Beautiful work, 20 seconds to go. Keep that score, keep that score. Good, 10 seconds. Remember, when those hips go down, don't let the back arch, keep it tilted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Beautiful work. So they are reverse crunch. Pen and paper, on your phone, in your mind, reverse crunch, however many reps you've got. Okay? Beautiful work. Movement number 2 is going to be based around our plank, okay? Now, on my bit of programming, I've got a twisting thruster. So, we get into our plank position. A thruster is knees to elbows back out, but I want you to think about that controlled knee drive that we did earlier. A twisting thruster is the same motion, except I get outside the knees. So there's that little bit of rotation. We're going to pair that with that tilted pelvis, a plank jack. Then we go twist other way. Plank jack, twist, plank jack, twist. If you don't like the twisting part, just go for the thruster. And if both legs is too much, just go single mountain climb like we practiced. So, twisting thruster to plank jack. Both of those movements together is 1 rep. You guessed it, 1 minute, highest score. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So keep that pelvis tucked, that belly button sucked in. There's 2, hips low. 3, 4, 5. Now, when we're putting those knees up, I want you to try and feel it through the obliques, that V muscle in the bottom of your abs. So pull it up and across. Then when we go out and in on those plank jacks, don't let that bum wiggle, keep it tilted underneath, belly button stays in, that ab stays strong. Beautiful work, that's the halfway mark. So twist, back, no tuck, keep that pelvis tilted, plank jack, twist, back, plank jack. Use the abs to get those knees as high as you can. 15 seconds. Keep going, guys. 10 to go. 10 to go. Maximum number of reps that you can get. Beautiful. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. Whichever thruster variation you did, so twisting thruster, normal thruster, or slow mountain climbers, plus plank jack, write down that maximum number of reps. While you're doing so, I'd like your attention, please. Movement number 3 is going to be what I call a cross crunch. We're going to lay down on the floor with our body in a big cross. Pelvis tilted, belly button sucked in. Right hand and left leg meet in the middle. Back down. Left hand, right leg meet in the middle. Back down. I've got to pull myself up like that crunch, but watch this shoulder. I'm trying to get it all the way across the other side. So again, we're attacking those obliques slightly. I've got to come up but pull myself into that bit of rotation. 1 minute, maximum reps. Obviously, each crunch counts as one. See if you can even up both sides. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Cross crunch, maximum reps. Right to left, left to right, right to left, left to right. Think of it like this. If I'm bringing my right hand up, trying to get my right shoulder off the floor, left stays down. Left hand, left shoulder up, right stays down. Keep pelvis tilted. See if you can keep that leg long. When we go back, we're trying to minimize that arch. Keep the pelvis tucked. Keep that belly button pulled in. On every out breath, those abs get a little bit more tighter. Beautiful. 20 seconds to go. Keep going. Remember, you're right on that border of speed and control. As many reps as you can do, but I don't want sloppy ones. So it's as many quality reps you can do. Think about all those key points we practiced in the first bit of bracing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work. Very nice. Cross crunch. Make a note of the movement. Make a note of your score. Final movement we're going to do, I call a star crunch. We might have other names for them. These are the names that I like. So, we're going to set up a little bit like our Russian twist. So we're going to be back on the bum. We must keep the core braced so that the back's not doing all the work. From here, I'm going to spread to a star, bring everything in. Spread to a star, bring everything in. When I'm out, it turns into a bracing practice. When I'm in, I've got to crunch the knees using the abs. Brace, crunch, brace, crunch. 1 minute, maximum reps. 3, 2, let's go. Out, in, out, in. Keep that tummy tucked. Now if that's too much, eyes on me. You're going to lean back on your hands. You're going to go kick out, crunch in. Kick out, crunch in. Kick out, crunch in. On the out, squeeze the bum. Keep that core brace. So if you can't do the star crunch, you're going to go to our lean back and kick out. But if you can, hold it in those abs. Hey! Then I want you to try. Just balancing on the bum, the belly button's pulled in, so those abs are keeping you up. Of course, if you need to break, have a break, but then get moving as soon as you can. You only got 15 more seconds to collect reps for me. So it's either that star crunch or we're going into that lean back. If that's too much, toe touches, heel touches, normal crunches will do. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work, City. Star crunch or whatever variation you did, write down that number. Now, here's how the workout works. That was just your warm-up, that was just your numbers. You're gonna get me a number between 50 and 75%. So between a half and 3/4 of your number. It doesn't have to be perfect. For example, I'm gonna pick easy maths here. Say I've got 20 reverse crunches. My number would be 10 to 15. A round starts every minute. We're going to go through those 4 movements 3 times. The break comes, the rest comes by you getting your movements done quicker, as quick as you can in a minute. So what do I mean by that? We pick my number anywhere between 50 and 75%, okay? If you want to push yourself, pick the higher range. So say my reverse crunches was 15, is my 75% number. The quicker it takes me to finish those 15 reverse crunches, the more rest I get before the next minute starts and we go to our twisting thruster to plank jack. Say 50% for me was 12 reps and 75% was 16 reps. I pick my number, I hit that target, I get rest until minute number 3 starts, I'm into cross crunch, minute number 4 comes, I'm into star crunch. You will get the idea as we move through. So, I want you to challenge yourself on your numbers, pick that number that is going to be a challenge to you. This will sneak up on you. So, quick bit of maths. Number between 50 and 75%, half and 3/4, doesn't have to be perfect, that's your rep range. We must be within that at all times. I want you trying to push for the higher end of that rep range. Okay, every minute on the minute. We are starting with those reverse crunches. We are going in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. So you will have your number in your head. So if we're going off my example, I need to get at least 10 and at most 15. Now it's up to you how you want to attack this. Are we feeling fresh today? Do we want to beast those abs? Then we're going to go for that big number. Or are we just feeling like we need to go a steady Eddie today? Then we might just go for that 50% number. Now the other reason I'm giving you a range is because eventually the abs will get fatigued. What we don't want is for technique to break down in the back or the hips to take over. So if you feel the wrong things bracing, then drop your numbers. 15 seconds. Hopefully by now you've had a little, you've finished your reps and you're having a little breather. 5 seconds into our twisting thrust to plank jack. 3, 2, 1. So again, you've got that number. Anywhere between half and 3/4. The quicker you get it done, the more rest you'll get. But I don't want you to cop out and just pick your 50% unless you really have to. Find the number that's challenging. Push for the 75% number, the bigger range. Especially in this first round where those abs are feeling a little bit fresher. By round 2 and 3, if you've got to drop down to the lower end of the range, I understand this will be burning. But while we're relatively fresh, challenge yourself, push yourself. Good, 20 seconds to go. Tilt, back, pelvis tilted, feet out. Twist, back, feet out. Good, 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight into those cross crunch. Good. Right to left, left to right. Remember, we're keeping that pelvis tilted, that belly button pulled in. The big thing is that rotation of the shoulders. If my right hand's coming up, trying to get my right shoulder off the floor. Left hand up, left shoulder off the floor. Good work, guys, good work. Remember, you've got your rep range. Anywhere between half and 3/4 of your 1 minute max number. If you're feeling beastie today, go the top of the range. If you're feeling like you just need to be easy today, go for the bottom end of the range. As long as you're challenging your current state, I'm happy. 15 seconds to go. Pelvis in and tucked, belly button in, big rotation, hit those obliques. Good, into our start crunch or variation thereof in 10. In 5, 4, 3, brace the core, lean back, feet up, wide. Pull your knees up with your abs. So almost try and crunch and tilt the pelvis underneath. When we're out, it's just our ability to keep that control in the abs. If we can't do that, remember, we can lean back, keep the pelvis tilted, knees in, out, out. But I really want you to get these knees up to your chin. So I'm really going to crunch them up. If we can't do that, that's okay. Slightly easier is that toe touch. Then slightly easier is heel touch. Then slightly easier is normal crunch. 40 seconds down, and then we've done circuit 1. We've got 2 and 3 to go. Good, 15 seconds. So you might be on your breather already. You might be fighting there. Hopefully, those abs are starting to tingle. 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse crunch. So, we're at the start of round 2 now. Now remember, abs stay braced, but where they really come into this movement is on the lower rib phase. We go up, then 1 vertebrae at a time. Up, 1 vertebrae at a time. So your abs are staying braced to control the speed you come down at. I don't want you plopping. We've got to go up, gracefully down, up, smoothly down. Beautiful work. 30 seconds down. Now the abs might be burning by now, hopefully they are. If they are, it means you're doing it right. But I want you to keep perfect. So adjust your reps accordingly, that's all good with me. 15 seconds, that's why I've given you that window. To understand that if these don't work properly anymore, We don't want to make something else do its work. 5 seconds, twisted thruster to plank jack. 2, 1, let's go. Pelvis stays tilted the whole time. Belly button pulled in, we pull up, then we split. Pull up, then we split. When we do the twisting thruster, we get those knees up, the abs are pulling everything small. So it's the abs pulling those knees up. When we go to the plank jack, I don't want a lazy bum. I don't want it up here. You've got to keep it tucked as we jump past these abs. Good. Coming up to the 30-second mark. Keep it going, team. Keep it going. We're looking strong. Good, 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 good. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. 15 seconds. 15 more seconds left. And then we go into our next round, which is our crunch, our cross crunches. Remember that tilt and that twist as we crunch across our body. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Up and across. Up and across. Up and across. Good. Keep that up, team. Keep that up, team. So you're really trying to get that opposite shoulder off the floor as much as you can by pulling and twisting with those abs. So we're getting through the middle of the abs, we're sneaking in those obliques as well. Yeah, keep it up, team. Keep it going, keep it going. Right on that border of speed and control, quality and quantity. Good work. I'm not asking much, am I? 20 seconds left. Then we're into our second round of star crunches, and that's the end of the second round. Good, 15 seconds. Beautiful work. Keep that up. Keep that going. Keep that going. Stay there. Stay with me. Stay with me. Okay, star crunches in 5, 4, 3, 2. Out and brace. Pull knees to chin. Out and brace. Pull knees to chin. Out and brace. Pull knees to chin. Now it's a weird one and it doesn't feel like a lot, but I'll tell you how you know you're doing it right. If your lower back is not hurting and taking over. If you can feel your lower back tightening up, it means this is controlling you. We've got to have the abs control us. My abs are keeping me in this position. Remember, if I can't do that, this is fine. Here's fine. Pull those knees to the chin. Good. 35 seconds down, 25 seconds till round 2 is finished, and we're into our third and final round. We are about 4 minutes from the finish line, so stay with me, team. Good work, 10 seconds. This is our last one. We might as well go back to the top range. Push for the top end of your rep range. 3, 2, 1, reverse crunch. So remember, raise those abs, tilt that pelvis, abs pull knees up. If you can kick them high, do so. Smooth, controlled, graceful, subtle on the way back down. Vertebrae back on the floor one at a time. Don't plop back if you're trying to drive those hips up. We must control ourselves back into position. Good, 30 seconds just gone. Keep it up, keep going for me. Looking mega. 15 seconds to go. Push for that upper rep range if you can. And then we're into our twisting thrust with our plank jack. 10 seconds. Beautiful work, guys. So remember, as we bring those knees up, those abs crunch underneath. Tuck the pelvis. 3, 2, 1. So here I'm trying to hide my pelvis. Tuck it, out and in. Hide the pelvis. Tuck it, out and in. Keep it out of the lower back. Keep it in the abs. Keep it in the abs. So we're teaching them how to brace, to support us, and then move as well. Many functions that the abs have. Biggest one is bracing and anti-movement, anti-too much movement, but we also need it to help us control movements. 25 seconds. We are coming up to the halfway point of our very final round. You've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and then it's finish time. So stay with me. Quality and quantity, that careful balancing act. 10 seconds. So remember, we're into those cross crunches. Really get that rotation for me. 3, 2, 1. Rotate towards that opposite leg. Rotate. 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 Good work, team. Keep it going. Keep it going. Beautiful. 20 seconds down. 40 seconds to go. 1 minute and 30 now until the finish line. Stay in that fight for me. Stay there. Keep this perfect. Keep those abs engaged. Pelvis tilted under, lower back stays flat. Every exhale just gets us that little bit tighter. Good, 15 seconds until our fourth and final movement of the round. That finishes our third and final round of the workout. 5, 3, 2, 1. Brace. Put in the belly button. Don't let that lower back do all the holding. Keep it in those abs for me. Good, 15 seconds down. You are so close. You're so close. But don't rush now and let the wrong thing do the work. You've been perfect up till now, guys, so you might as well stay perfect for 30 more seconds for me. Now, if you want to hit your number and finish, that's fine. And if you're a bit competitive, can you stay in the fight for another 25 seconds for me? Belly button must be pulled in to let that lower back relax. Don't let the back do all the bracing. Don't spoil it now. Good, 15 seconds. Stay there, stay perfect. 10 seconds. Can you stay for the full minute? 5, 4, 3, 2, time. Guys, awesome work, awesome work. So as long as we can stick to 1 or 2 key principles, we can use the abs at pace. And that's why I always like to start my abs sessions with that little reminder, how we brace from our back, how we brace in the plank. So hopefully you was able to get good quantity in at the right quality. But I know you was, I know you're good. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for another core blitz. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I do hope I see you before that. Look after yourself, stay safe. I'll catch you soon.